Have you ever seen somebody make plans for something that they did not want to happen? And something that might not even happen at all? Now, to me, that's pretty sad. But I've seen that happen with people in regards to dementia. They think that it's something inevitable that's going to happen to everybody, that at the end of your life, your cognitive ability is going to decline and somebody's just going to have to take care of you for the rest of your days. Now, that is not necessarily true. Dementia is not inevitable, but that is one of many myths that people believe about that. And I want to share with you about 5 of those myths because I believe that that kind of thinking can rob us of our ability to be able to enjoy the rest of our days. And that's why I want to share this with you so that you can have peace, first of all, about your own life and about the possibilities of being able to live without that and not having to plan on it. And also, the other benefit from this is that you're going to be able to care for somebody that you know that might be suffering from dementia and to be able to respond for them with compassion and with support. So let's get into this. First of all is the myth that dementia is an inevitable part of aging. Now, this is not true. Many people live well into their 90s without any sign of mental decline. And there are many things that you can do to reduce the risk of dementia. Now, I share about those in another video that you can take a look at here. But dementia is more than just Alzheimer's. There are several diseases that can cause dementia or cognitive decline. And those are diseases that is not just a natural process of our body. Now, it's true that as we get older, things might slow down a little bit in our thinking, but don't let that make you think that, okay, that's the beginning of dementia and everything's just going to go downhill from here. Don't worry about it. It's natural, and it's very likely that you could live the rest of your life without having cognitive decline. Now, another myth about dementia is that all memory loss is caused by dementia. Now, this isn't true either, because memory loss itself can be caused by a whole lot of other things besides dementia, and things that can be cured, things that can be taken care of in other ways. For example, depression, anxiety, sleep disorders, those can cause memory loss. And even vitamin deficiencies and some medications can have side effects that can lead to memory loss too. And then there are some medical conditions like thyroid issues that can cause memory loss. And these things are not at all related to dementia, and they're not permanent. Which is why if you or somebody you know is having problems with memory loss, it's a good idea to get a thorough medical examination because it might be something completely different. Now, another myth that people believe about dementia is that dementia only affects a person's memory. Now, dementia can affect a person in a lot of different areas, in their thinking, in their logic, their reasoning, the way that they carry out their daily activities. All those things can be affected by dementia. It can affect their mood, it can affect their behavior. Sometimes dementia can even affect a person's ability to perceive space and judge distances. And there can also be behavioral symptoms like depression or anxiety or agitation. So it's not just memory loss. And if somebody that you know is suffering from dementia, knowing this can help you to respond to them in a better way. Now, here's another myth that I think is really important to understand if you know somebody who's suffering from this. And that is that people who have dementia don't understand what's happening around them. Many people that have dementia, especially in the earlier stages, they are quite aware of everything that's going on around them. This means that they wouldn't have a problem with engaging in activities and conversations and getting involved with the people around them. Now, the problem that this myth causes is that a lot of people will talk about somebody that has dementia in front of them as if they weren't even there. And this really does affect their standard of life. Imagine how you would feel to have people talking about you and thinking that you don't even understand when you really do. Now, that can be uncomfortable or even painful. So it's important to remember that that person hasn't changed. Let's treat people with kindness and treat people with respect. Something that you can do to increase their quality of life if they're going through this is to provide them with opportunities to get involved with other people, to have other activities, to go out and do things and broaden their world and their environment. And if they're interested, it's a great idea to get them involved in church activities, because this is something that's going to involve them body, soul, and spirit. But above all, maintaining respect for people with memory disorder is so important for their well-being and to be able to help them to adapt to their situation. Now, the fifth myth that I want to share with you is that once a person is diagnosed with dementia, that there is nothing that can be done about it. Now, what is true is that there are a lot of treatments and strategies that can help people improve their quality of life. And especially if it's diagnosed early, then these treatments can help to slow the progression of the disease. And there are cognitive therapies that will help, physical exercise that will help, group activities that can help people to deal with dementia and improve their overall well-being. Now, if you know somebody with dementia, or especially if you are caring for a loved one that has dementia, then it's important that you look for other people who are going through similar experiences. It's so easy to feel like you're all alone in this and that nobody understands my situation with my loved ones. But that's not true. There are many support groups and networks of people that are in the same situation, and that can help to give you the resources that you need in your life to be able to give quality care to somebody who's going through this. And finally, I found a verse in the Bible that really has helped me in my thinking and my attitude when I think about being strong in later years. I want to share that verse with you. Let me read it to you. It's Isaiah 40. At the end of the chapter, it says, God gives power to the weary, and he increases power for the powerless. Even young people faint, grow weary, and they will stumble exhausted. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise up with wings like eagles. They shall run, not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Now that has helped me a lot to expect that in my later years, I can live with strength and I can run and not get tired. So I know that understanding what is true and what is a myth can help us to be realistic in the plans that we make for our lives and the attitude that we have as we go forth and enjoy the rest of our life, enjoy the decades that we have coming up, and be able to know that there is a good chance, especially when we take the right steps with our lifestyle and our attitude and our expectations, we can live a full and abundant life.